Cash.
Finding a place and locking them in. WNBA is about to begin. Gotta trust the process if you wanna win. Cause Just Cash is back, you better tell your friends. When Angel Reese walks in a bar with Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark, these bookies don't know where to start. We be killing them all, tearing them apart. They can't mess with us, they can't mess with you. And I'm never gonna cuss cause I love you too. Hit thumbs up if you want good luck. Girls thinking that we fresh so they wanna We be winning the bets and they be rolling up. By far we the best, you ain't good enough. Ain't a damn thing funny, man, you know what's up. You wanna win some money, it's time to lock in, bruh.
Lock in, lock in, lock in.
Lock in, bruh.
Lock in, lock in.
It's a flagrant foul. It's a hard
Lock in, bruh.
And here we got another.
Lock in.
Yo. What's good, fam? Welcome back. Welcome, one and all. It's Just Cash. You already know what time it is. Here to talk some WNBA basketball. Joined as always, Underrated. What's good, man? How are you?
Oh, man. I'm good, man. We're back on the winning side of things today, baby. 5-1-1 yesterday. We swept on Monday. We had a poo-poo Tuesday, but that's okay. We're back ready for the huge slate, and we're up 48 units, man. How bad could I be? Can't be bad at 48 units and more to come. I'm excited about today. 6 games. Oh, my gosh. We are pumped and hyped and ready, going dumb, hype doo-doo, whatever the heck they say these days. Let's go.
That's right. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Lovely night, all in all. You know, truly the only blemish with Kelsey Mitchell shooting 3 of 3. Again, I'll take that bet any day. Very fortunate with that one. But other than that, still, you know, I think we had a great read on the slate. Even hit a couple plays that we didn't end up putting on the list as well. Our chop up on stream yesterday was pretty well immaculate. I feel like we had some good overs, some good fades, and yeah, looking good. You know, it was a little weird with Julie. Obviously, the second half DMP was kind of, you know, something extra, but apparently she had a migraine going into the game and was trying to play through it, and then of course just could not do that. And then after the Sykes injury, it kind of left him out there with just Mabry by herself. So I am glad that we decided to fave Mabry, because that would have ended in disaster. But
Yeah.
still, nonetheless, it was a great night. We did undone all the damage from the previous day, and we're right back to square one for the week and right back to our unit totals. So with that being said, we have a lot going on today, fam. Did our poll, did we get some votes on that? See what you guys are thinking?
We got 11 votes so far. I think we should let people trickle in a little bit and get it up. But no one selected questions in the chat, so people want to hear what you got to say. I did even amount of both as a option as well, and that's actually went. So even of both, I would say, since we have so many plays, you probably should roll through your plays a little faster than normal. But let's see what the votes come in another 5-10 minutes, and we'll speed up if it says something different.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a ton of stuff to talk about today. So again, if you guys got any comments, questions, throw them down below. We will do our best to get through them, but obviously we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So time will be an issue, but without further ado, make sure you guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button down below. See, we got 10 likes. We're going to need a lot more, especially after yesterday and this massive list that we have for tonight. So slap that like button. If you're new here, turn that subscription button on, hit the noties, all that good stuff, and be a part of the community. Still running links down below. We got 7-day free trials. Check it out. Still running the week-long, month-long, and our season pass, which we do need to update that. So DM us for that, and we'll get you set up. All right. Without further ado, let's talk about it. So our New York and Chicago game, let's start here real fast. We got Breanna Stewart, our primo spot. I mean, I think this one's pretty straightforward. Now, the last 4 games in a row, we have targeted the power forward and center position, and or whoever the more consistent or higher ceiling rebounder is. Looking no further, Breanna Stewart and a splash of JJ, I will say, at least for an honorable mention. But Stewie, been amazing with this line all season, just really crashing the boards. And a couple things that I like for her that I think are a bonus for her. Yes, only red flag is maybe she's covering Azure a little bit more so on the wings, but still, I don't mind that. We get plenty of overlap where JJ is going to be on the bench. Stevens is going to be on the bench, who also, mind you, is not fully healthy, still on somewhat of a minutes limit. So anytime that happens, Stewart's going to be playing more so down low, and we know Han doesn't really get many rebounds. Also could see her get into random foul trouble guarding Cardoso. But I love the spot for us. I mean, even the 8.5 rebounds, if you miss a 7.5 value, I don't mind that. But if we are talking about a player who's hitting 78% this season, and then cobble that on top of our number one matchup, I love it. Would not be surprised to see her get 10 plus rebounds today. And yeah, that's right. That's right. Hype it up. Also, we kind of, I think there's a lingering fear that maybe this game could blow out because Chicago has been so bad. But it is on the road. We've seen New York play down to their competition many, many times. A couple ugly losses too. And this could easily be the same situation. So I would at least like to think this stays within 20 points. But nonetheless, Stewie's still going to be out there. I mean, her minutes have been solid all season long, blowout or not. Love the spot for us. I don't think there's much to talk about extra in that regard. So lock it in. If you missed the value, try your best to find it. I think Prizepicks still had a reasonable payout. Underdog dinged it a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, 0.77. Yeah, so they definitely tanked that down a little bit, but it is still playable. So get it in, get it in. All right, now going on the other side of things with Chicago, this team has just been a disaster all season long, and it's got a couple plays that really stood out. One of them being Cardoso, looking at this 15.5 PA. This one especially stood out because all the book sites had her at 13.5. So if you have DK or 365, I know she is still available on 365 right now, but Prizepicks was the other closest thing, and they had her at 14 flat. So great value. Again, tough spot down low, always potential foul trouble for her. But again, tough spot. New York's been one of the top 5 teams at defending the paint all season long, and we saw her struggle in this matchup last season as well. So if you don't have the PA for this line, I still don't mind the PRA. I think it's down to 22.5 now. But her lines are a little bit lower, so just kind of keep that in mind. Either way, tough spot. Wouldn't be surprised to see, there is also a chance that the game could blow out. And if it is a blowout, then we're probably looking at great unders here. Maybe Stewie's a little bit sweatier for us, but still, other side of things, I love it. Difficult matchups all around. So Cardoso under PA, and then same thing that kind of, we've been targeting Skylar's under RA for a minute now. I mean, it directly correlates just to how bad the team is playing. Her looked a little bit better scoring-wise the last couple games now, so I think for Skylar in particular, she's going to have to pick it up less as a point guard and more as a shooting guard. She has to shoot the ball. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This team is literally like 3 people and then a skeleton crew. So we are going to need her to pick up that field goal attempt, and anytime her scoring goes up, the RA goes down, and you're just not really looking for anybody else to pass it to here. At best, Cardoso, but if we have a difficult matchup already to start with, 3-point shooting on this team, very lackluster. Maybe there's a little bit of a get up and go with Cloud going up against her former team. But outside of that, it's been very scarce. This team is still continuing to produce one of the least game totals every single night, it seems. And yeah, struggles continue. So we're going to pick on that. And then the other one was Big Azure, which I guess we'll just kind of show you guys real fast for both of them.
I wanted to say too, before you continue, that 15.5 Cardoso that we played, I believe on 365, and it wasn't anywhere else. It's John just brought up in chat. It is on Parlay Play right now as well, if anyone wants to get that in.
Oh, it is? Okay, sweet. Yeah, let's check that out real fast. A very, very strange line, and I'm curious why the books are so divided about it. Yeah, sure it is right there, 15.5 PA. Sweet. Okay. At least we do have a couple of options to get that in.
I'm gonna do a little 2-picker with that, and I'll drop that in the Discord as well.
Hell yeah. Okay, so just to kind of show you Skylar, looking at this drought that the team continues to have, we've had some really good matchups in here. The Suns and Toronto, for that matter, should have seen some spike, at least assist usage. But yeah, this is really what's weighing down her RA for the most part. Crazy to see assist at 4.5 line now, but RA still makes the most sense. Again, If she gets a couple of rebounds, it is what it is. But I do expect Cloud to do a little bit more ball handling in this game in particular. So lock it in. She's going to have to show us.
She's not even ball handling like she used to, bro. They're using her to score, so that RA is nice. Plus, if you look at her rebounds, it's 3.5 with at plus 180. So they don't think she's getting 4 rebounds. So that can't hurt us. RA even better than the 4.5 assists. So I'm liking that.
Yeah. I like it. And next up, last but not least, Big Stevens. Talked about her again, with the minutes kind of being a concern that's really holding her production back, but also her inefficiency in the 3-point shooting. So last game she did move all the way up to 26 minutes, but still I'd be hard pressed to see her play over 30 minutes yet, especially having like Jaquez and a couple of the other players back as well. But for her, just, I think the volume being one of the biggest things, looking at her 3-point attempts, quite low. Best 2 games so far. I mean, the only best game she had was 5 attempts, but even still, I mean, if we're looking at somewhere in the ratio of 44 to 5 attempts per night, I'm totally fine with that. If you're going to beat us, it'll be from 50% shooting from 3, which we've seen her, be a better 3-point shooter, but many times last season, and especially in a decent role where she actually had the usage rating, we're really looking at kind of 1s all the way down here. Yeah, she's good for 1, but anything beyond that is kind of a stretch. Pretty small amount from season, and then everything else. I mean, this is how many games? 26 of the 40-something games last season where she had 1 or less. I like it. All those things make sense. I will say, only scary part is the matchup. New York does give a fair amount beyond the perimeter, so she will have some looks. She is going to get some open threes, no doubt, but I do like Stewie as the defender. Should make things quite difficult for her. And we always get the upside for foul trouble, too. This is a great free throw chance for the bigs on New York, and if Azrae gets into any kind of foul trouble, they'll probably kind of, it's going to force her hand to go a little bit smaller, so we could see that kind of, guard set roll out with Chicago here, where you have like Cloud, Banham, Diggins, Cardoso, or Liz Williams out there, either or. But still, not playing full minutes, and I like Stewie as a defender, so that's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do.
Yes, sir. Love it. Love them all. About the ball. 40 watching, 20 likes.
Sir. Yes, sir.
If you guys don't mind, hit the likes for us, please. We added a poll today. We didn't annoy you with a did you hit the like poll. We annoyed you with a different poll. So let us know what you're trying to see today. If you want E to go over these plays with more in depth, or if you want to talk about the plays in the chat, or you want it to just be normal, we'll try to roll through as fast as we can. But please hit the like for us, because I didn't tell you 100 times. I'm only going to tell you 50 times. So please do hit the like. It helps get more people in here on this huge, crazy slate. Let's win, E.
Let's win. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All righty. So let's keep it going. We got 2 plays for Carlton here. Looking at her revenge, getting some under 3s for her. Not the best matchup. Minnesota does, they allow a fair amount from the arc, but I think for her, going to see a little bit more of a difficult time here on the other side with either McBride or, Miles Williams. Not really sure exactly how they want to plan this, because Miles, even though she's a mismatch offense versus defense wise, I don't know if they're going to put her on Carla. Carla's so tiny, it almost just makes the most sense to put Courtney Williams on her. So I'm thinking good chance we see Sewell covering Carla, and then that's going to leave us more than likely Carlton getting picked up by Miles here, and then Barker with McBride. I don't know. Those 2 might flip-flop, honestly. I think it's kind of tomato, but either or, both pretty reasonable defenders. So for Carlton, it's really just her efficiency. It's been really a struggle for her this season. Is she good for 2 threes? Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a sweat. Let's be real about this. But many things move in positive in our direction. One of them is Seattle, their ability to kind of trap out on the high arc here. They've been phenomenal about that. We know Heidemann, very small defender. I don't know why the hell I was talking about Minnesota. I'm stuck in that game. Seattle, sorry. Heidemann, and likely Jade. So we did see that Horston was going to be out tonight. So Jade, great defender. Absolutely love her defense. And one of those 2 players, I'm thinking Jade. If I had to pick, Jade will probably pick up Carlton, and then Heidemann makes the most sense for Carla down low. So not the easiest, but again, trapping out here, eliminate a lot of those 3-point looks, and for her, she might just have to operate a little bit more inside this mid-range area. So I like it. I think this fakery too we saw here from Dallas was totally not her. 6 for 10. That's not happening again here. But I like it. Also, her volume, usage, the attempts, not the highest by any stretch. I know this last game she really snapped off with 10, but still, I mean, you're looking at, the best 2 games that she had was 10 and 9 attempts, but everything else, I mean, we had 4, 4, 4, 6, 5, 4. So, I mean, can she do it? Sure. Is this the easiest matchup to do it? Not really.
Bridget, we hate you. Keep doing nothing. Thank you. Hey, the poll's coming in a little hot on the people liking the plays. Oh no, I'm sorry. Even both. Sorry. I'm tripping. Just get through your plays fast. Basically, this is what they're telling us. Not in a bad way.
Okay.
We just have a lot today.
Oh yeah. All right, and then the other play, I mean, the 2.5 assists, this one just kind of a head scratcher. Why is this line? Definitely not the best matchup by any stretch. Seattle, this is a matchup that we have targeted several assist unders in. Easily the third, fourth playmaker on the team. We did see a spike game, but still only 3 potential assists. It's kind of crazy. So we're looking at 3 potentials, 2 potentials, even with 5 potentials, like not even that great. So I like this. I think this line is a point higher than what it should be. Maybe they don't want to dance with this for the hit rating, but still, we're going to play it. Bridget, you're going to have to show me both of these tonight. And yeah, so that's that. And that's all I have to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that. Bridget, you suck. That's all I had to say.
You suck. All right, Thomas. Next up, talking about her assist. This line did see a little bit of movement, so if you guys didn't get it in, make sure try and find it where it is still available. 7.5 assists, which also I think, if I'm not mistaken, Parlay had a little boosty on it. Yeah, 6.5 assists here. It's not the biggest thing, but at least if you miss the value, it is still something you can run for an option. So, just for example, her and Cardoso, that's 2.3.
Let's do that.
Not bad.
Let's do that. Let's do that right now. Perfect. It's funny. I had it on her 7.5. I didn't realize the 6.5 is decent. So let's do that.
Nice. All right. Well, live play. We're gonna lock that in. 2.3. Sweet. Okay. Now talking about Thomas and the assist machine we have seen come alive more recently. So 15, 18, and then coming off of a 23 potential game. Now, yes, the 23 potentials is one of the better spots for us, but let's look at some of the really tough matchups. This Golden State and Dallas, they do not allow many assists at all. So 15 converting 9, and then we had 18 converting 10. I love to see it. Again, more difficult matchups. Going back to another Golden State one here, smacked them around for 11. We got Minnesota here for 12. I believe this was a blowout. Yeah, lost by 34. So she ended up missing, but she was pacing to hit all of her props in this game. So blowout ended up saving them there. But yeah, we're skirting the line. I think this team is starting to turn it around. Copper looked a lot better the last couple games too. Seeing a little bit more Mac attack down low. Actually, I think this is a much better for that connection between her and Mac. A little bit more so with Copper too. Obviously, she's going to dump it down there as much as possible. But needing 7, I think this was a 7.5. Needing 8 is totally attainable for her. I mean, we've seen this potential just continue to climb, and them being back at the house hopefully helps us with the game staying close. So that being said, 7.5, love it. Lost a little bit of value from yesterday, but it is still a good play.
Yeah, actually the payout's decent. I saw it 7.5 yesterday at -137 last night, so I think that's why still on the board. People are scared of the aces, and rightly so.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Wait, did it bump way up? Hold on. Let's see, we got 0.88 value. 7.5 is 0.86. Wow, it went up that much?
Yeah, it's been moving. Remember yesterday we saw it on DK at -137?
Yeah, that was very strange.
Hey, if I had DK, I'd have smacked it.
Well, we'll update that here nonetheless. But let's keep it going. I think at least for the plays that we have for tomorrow, some of these very straightforward. We just played Kelsey Mitchell for the 3-point underside going up against Atlanta. Both Atlanta and Indiana top in threes, not allowed, and then assist for both teams really, really low. Indiana's number one. I believe Atlanta's top 4, top 5 still, but 3-point looks is what we're looking for mostly there. Okay, going on to, we got Salon up next. And this was one that's had a few different looks, I think, that are very live for this matchup. It is not a great 3-point matchup. Dallas is not messing around on the arc. They play really, really tight there, funnel everything into the paint, where it's a little bit more of a different zone to operate because of so much 3-point shooting. Now, her being at 2.5 threes, I also really liked, but this PR, love it, love it. You can also get this for, I believe, 18.5 on Bet365. So if you guys have this, I believe this is the only place for it. But yeah, 18.5 PR, better look over here. But I still like the 17.5. For her, she's still not playing full starter minutes. We did see that come back down a little bit here this last game. In a game that I fully expected her to snap off from 3, she did not. So maybe that's just, leveling out a little bit. You're not going to stay hot forever, and this matchup is definitely not one for it. But we're looking at also the rebound downside. Dallas is not giving up that many rebounds to positional. For her, they don't shoot that many threes, so there's not many long ball opportunities. She's just living and dying by the 3. So take a matchup where the 3 is not going to be that good. We haven't really seen that many recently for them. The best one that she had was this spike game where she hit 5 threes against Seattle. But other than that, we've had some good matchups. Vegas is a good 3-point matchup. Sparks is one of the best matchups, and even some of these other ones early in the season. So she's a development player. She is young, but I still think this is not the best matchup. And Dallas, they're not messing around on the wing, so wouldn't be surprised either to see her getting in some foul trouble in this particular game.
Yeah, she's been hot. Everyone's been liking her overs. They raised her lines a little too high for this matchup. We are going to try to take advantage. Yes, sir. Like it.
Yeah. Especially with this rebound price baked in. I don't mind that. Adding a tax on. You got to show us. She could go out and hit 3 threes right off the rip like she's done in a couple times. And we've seen plenty of games where she goes out, hits a bucket, and then just kind of coasting.
Yeah, but how many times? It's WNBA, man. We got too many unders. There's no way that they're going to overachieve like that. So I love our chances today to do well, at least profit. So let's go.
Oh, yeah. And you can see here by the metrics, too, what they allow on the other side. Spot-up shooting, very difficult. Pick and roll, Dallas plays that extremely well. So for her, it's going to have to be either the post-up or the transition or off-screen stuff. She doesn't do any off-screen, so, mostly we're just talking transition and free throws, which, Dallas, one of the least amount of free throws allowed. Tough spot. So good line. I think it's a strong play, and that's why we got it up here on the list.
Yes, sir.
We did actually add her, right? Yeah, okay. Just making sure. All right. Words, Miss Aaliyah, looking at this 15.5 PRA. It is currently, I think, only on Prizepicks, and did we see that it was on Parlay as well? I think so. Nope. Looking at Prizepicks, for the most part, this one's kind of a weird prop, but someone who, again, not playing full minutes. Now we add in the fact that Griner and Morrow are both going to be back today. Griner should be fully healthy. I know she's been in and out of the rotations for several days now, but she should be good to go, especially coming off of extra rest. But for Edwards here, we played and talked about the under rebounds this last game. For her, it's something that kind of continues to be a struggle. I think mostly, though, it's the spike field goal attempts that we've seen a little bit throughout the season is maybe carrying more weight than it should be. She's going to take a huge hit for usage now with all the players being back, because these recent three games are not a full scope of what's happening, especially with Morrow or Griner, either or. Now everyone's back. I'm looking at easily 3rd on the usage, maybe even 4th, because shout out to Lacan. She's been playing some decent ball lately too. There's not that much, there's not that much room for her to get hers. So if she gets a couple random rebounds here and there, that could be annoying, but we're talking about a player at best getting 1 assist. Not many blocks and steals recently. This matchup doesn't bode well for that either. And it's a slow pace. You talk about 2 slow teams going at it tonight. This also would be one strong consideration for team total under alts. This game could easily be like maybe 70-70, something like that. Maybe.
Yeah. And yeah, lots of unders. Love it.
Yeah, but nonetheless, still one that's now having all the teammates back together, plus a very difficult matchup. Got to show me. You got to do it. This ain't going to be a cakewalk like that Toronto game.
Yeah, you don't get 30 minutes today.
Yeah. And the only reason that she ended up smashing against New York was that was the game that JJ was a late scratch and we got screwed. So 2 exceptional things happened right there, but now band's back together and it is going to be difficult. All right, now we got 2 other plays here to talk about real fast. Wheeler is a just if Plum plays. Now, you and I were a bit under the impression that seeing the pre-pricing that the books have on the Sparks player kind of leads us to believe they might know that she's going to be out today. So do keep that in mind. I know Hamby was a massive fan favorite today throughout the night, under PRA, under points or whatever, but her line's also seeing quite a bit of movement too. So pump the brakes on that at least right now until we find out. But if Plum does play Erica Wheeler, we're looking at her unders today. Easy, very tough matchup, very tough. And her usage rating is just, into nothing right now. I never thought I would see the day where she's behind Atkins as far as overall usage, but here we are. Only thing about her is the fourth quarter, random garbage time run that she can get from game to game. But at least, this last game we saw Coach pull her a little bit sooner than later. But if Plum's out there, we got to assume that she is fully healthy or, a rough 90% or so. Wheeler's just not doing anything. Her game logs look absolutely night and day whenever Plum is on the court. And the 2 games that she was able to see really good success was just off of Plum not being there. All 3 games she hit her scoring marks. And then looking at the PRA, she did a lot. But Plum on the court, this looks a hell of a lot different. I love this play, honestly. It's not a good matchup for her whatsoever. Lynx they're not messing around. Hey, if she beats us, it is going to be from this. It'll be from shooting threes. It's not going to be from free throws. It's not going to be from assists. It's not going to be for rebounds. Damn sure ain't going to be for rebounds because I love the fact that they don't have that 2.5 again. So they knew. They got one on us over last time, but that's okay. Her little 4 spike rebounds, that ain't going to happen here. Minnesota also bottom 4 shooting 3-point attempts. They're very similar to Dallas. They function in the paint. That's where they like to get down and dirty. And for Wheeler, also, we've seen her get into a lot of foul trouble here recently. A lot of offensive turnovers, a lot of dumb passes. So, hey, going to have to show me. This is not an easy matchup by any stretch, and everything is saying no. But we just need the Plum news. That's all.
All right, so Plum out. We're looking at Ray, Burrell lines. And I will say this too, and I know everyone was on Hamby's unders. If Plum's out and it makes us go, oh no, Hamby might do more. I don't agree with this matchup. It'll be scary. We'll wait. And we'll take Hamby's under again when it bumps up. If we can find Hamby at 15.5 points, ooh-wee, that would be a nice under. Real nice. So we got a couple options.
Oh, yeah.
We'll wait for that Plum news and we will attack.
And also, got to say, keep in mind, Cameron Brink is ruled out. She's going to be out for what looks like a small extended amount of time. That is going to free up minutes for one of these bigs. One of them is going to play more, whether that be NECA, whether that be Hamby. I don't know. I'm assuming there's a real good shot that NECA is going to be picked up by Howard on the other side, and then Coffee will pick up Hamby will get picked up by Howard. NECA will get picked up by Coffee. And if that's the case, NECA could probably pick up a lot more usage here. Just overall, wouldn't be shocked to see her play a few more minutes. But yeah, man, if Plum's out too, we haven't seen that too much this season. Could be a little bit scary. A very difficult spot scoring inside the paint, though, so they're going to have to operate from that free throw and mid-range action. NECA offers way more of a three-point upside over Hamby. I just don't know what's going on with Hamby, man. She just doesn't look like she has that same swagger from last year. Because she was a dog last season, man. And this year, I'm just not seeing that.
Yeah, it's really weird.
All right, last play real fast, and then we'll just kind of open up questions for the next 20, 30 minutes or so and roll through a few things. But I'm looking at this assist play for Heidemann. I don't mind the full game at 4.5, but you should be able to get the 3.5 on most sites. Love this play. Love it, love it, love it. Assist rating and everything for her continues to be solid. I know the potentials came down a little bit here this last game where she only had 8. but it was a more difficult matchup, so do keep that in mind. And she also went for 26 points, so we know how that trade-off happens between these guards. This matchup, again, she's going to be treated quite differently. They're going to trap her at the high key here. She's not going to be getting all these, or the high arc. She's not going to be getting all these free looks like she did this last game. And that was something that we talked about, bit of caution. Golden State is going to give up those 3-point looks. So that's what happened. She went out there and routed off 5 threes and shattered her lines. But this one, much, much more difficult. Portland, again, Carla picking her up on the other side, going to be making things a lot more difficult. I love this, man. Portland continues to just give up assists. They're not as bad as Toronto, but they're really close. 3.5 is way too good of a line.
Yeah, she could fall into 4. I just posted that one in the Discord, actually. Yes, it does feel very, very good. Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. And then one last little thing here. It is a whack. Oh my goodness. It is Fam's birthday today. So turning 20, turning big 2-0. Might have herself a game. Small honorable mention for her 9.5 points as well. All right. That is what we got for today. A couple plays for tomorrow. And I wouldn't be shocked to see us maybe even add a couple plays before everything's all said and done. Let's open it up to questions, but before we do, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button down below. It helps us like you would not believe. People are going to be getting off from work and want to check out the stream. Don't want them to miss out, so hey, do us a huge favor, and we always appreciate and love the support here. So, okay, let's turn it over to you. What we got?
Oh boy, let's look. We got all kinds of stuff in here to look at today. We got 90 watching, 39 likes. Appreciate you guys very much. So, first we got John. He says, hey, John, what's up, bro? Then we got Andre, the Under King. He says, E and you and the family, let's cook these unders, baby. Let's go. Yes, sir. That's what we are going to do. C-Dot says, hit the like button, smash the hype button, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, underrated, and E-Just Cash are the WNBA GOATs. Let me get that goat sound up. There you go. Little goat action. Appreciate you, C-Dot, as always. Tori's here. What's up, man? He says, what up? I'm running it back once again. Citron first half under points. 7.5, and Stewart at 9.5. Let's go. And I must say, Tori's been coming up with these first half plays, and he's been rather high with the hit rates. What do you think about these two he got here?
Yeah, Citron, the only thing I would very much so pump the brakes on that right now, just until we get news about Austin or Kiki. Now, I was doing some digging around earlier, and I saw some of their practice videos they posted earlier. I did see Kiki, so I'm pretty confident that she is going to play tonight, but I did not see Austin. So we really haven't seen a whole lot of that this season. If I'm not mistaken, we haven't seen any games with Austin out yet. This is a prime game for Citron. Like, I cannot stress that enough. She is so unbelievably scary to take an under on today. Now, if the other players play, cool. I think it's totally fine. But I know her first half struggles, really think that's been holding her back right now. But if this is a game for her to get right, or if there was a game for her to get right, this would definitely be it. I know we had talked about Kelsey Mitchell last time. A little bit of a different comparison, I know, but still players of that caliber, mostly ones that are really good about getting to the free throw line. They have been seeing so much success in this matchup. So keep an eye out for those. The Stewart first half, I mean, honestly, they just keep leaving her line at 9.5. She's been scoring the ball a lot more. Better free throw upside for her. And the minutes, again, just being the main thing. We could also see JJ pick up some foul trouble, too. That wouldn't shock me in the slightest. And if that happens, I mean, Stewie's easily going to go out and play 17, maybe even closer to 18 minutes. We also are waiting on news for Laney. She might be out. I know she's not playing a whole lot this season so far, but still small minutes to go around for the team. Those two, I think, are totally fine. Again, just wait on Citron, man. I don't know what it is. My gut was telling me this might be her day.
Yeah, you've been talking my ear off about Citron. I don't see it on the list, though, E. Why not? It's not a right nut play?
Well, the only thing is they pre-priced her. Like, she should not be at 16.5 points. She should be at 15.5 points. So I think they kind of know and or just want to keep people off of it right now. I mean, you can see there's pretty heavy juice on all the unders as far as that goes. But her 15-plus line, I think, is very strong. Hard Rock actually giving up some insane odds on that. Minus
Hard Rock.
175.
Hey, Hard Rock, if you're listening, Ian number 2. If you're listening,
Yeah.
Hard Rock.
Big exotics. So this is close enough to a straight bet. I do like the 15-plus, I'll be honest.
All right, let me light this joint. Let me ask my own question. Can I light this joint? Just give me 10 seconds. Here we go. Woo, woo, woo. Got to light it all the way around, guys, so it doesn't run. We don't want to have a messed up joint here while I'm looking through these. Okay, here we go. Fear Nothing says Sabrina under 14.5 points. Now, that one, to me personally, is a little scary. I could see her if she doesn't play a lot, it would stay under, and it would feel okay, but I'm scared she's going to get more minutes and just try to show out today. Personally.
Yeah. I mean, mostly we're just talking about the minutes more than anything, but she did play 26 minutes off the bench this last game. So whatever that injury is, I mean, honestly, she's looking pretty close to, that one game where coach is like, we're going to play her 20 minutes tonight. And it was almost 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. She could easily go out and do that. Maybe I'm not sure if it's more just the coach is holding her back, because she looks like she wants to play. I mean, she definitely looks like she wants to be out there. If she's in the starters today, I would probably pass on that. If she's off the bench, then there's a good shot she's still under some kind of a minutes limit. But yeah, starters, that might be a little scary. It's not the best 3-point matchup. I will say best thing going for her is that downside. But man, this is some crazy low lines for Sabrina, though. Really, really low.
Jazzy says, so is Plum in or no still update? No update still, Jazzy. But yeah, that's the big news of today. We're waiting on that Plum news. If she's in, we're going Wheeler under fantasy. If she's out, we're going to wait for Hamby, hopefully, and go. Her lines will go up. We can go under. And we're looking for Ray Burrell. But yes, we have no news yet. We are looking ever so patiently, but excited about. Okay. Next, we have Get Chicken All Day. FUD 2 PA. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he means 2 3-pointers made?
Sorry.
What's 2 PA, you think?
No, it's the 2-pointers attempted.
It's what?
It's the 2-pointers attempted. Am I good? Sorry, I was lagging there for a second.
No, you're good.
We're good. It's the 2-pointers attempted.
Oh, just whatever the line is. Gotcha. My bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, she doesn't shoot 2-pointers, though. She shoots 3-pointers, right?
She shoots quite a few. I mean, she's been taking a few more threes lately. Where is the 2-pointers attempted?
She is a 3-point specialist. Maybe not in the W.
Oh. Yeah, this was, I believe, at 5.5 earlier today, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. We still have the line for that.
I like her 2 threes made, to be honest. A little more than anything. And I hate threes.
Yeah, that did bump. It was at 5.5. I did like 5.5, I'll be honest. Don't sleep on those threes, though. She's taken a healthy amount of them here recently.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, honestly, her 10 field goal attempts is still pretty low. This was a player that they skirted up there to 11.5 a few games back after this. If I'm not mistaken, she was 10.5 this last game, and obviously the blowout, she ended up losing out on that. But that's been kind of the only thing keeping her in check. The 2 games that she missed more recently was a massive blowout. That was a massive blowout. This was a blowout, and then that was a close game, I think right when she was getting ready to be a starter. So, yeah. Tough matchup. Now, I don't know how exactly the Valkyries are going to play this, because you would assume Burton likely to pick up Paige, and then if I had to guess, I'm thinking Gabby picks up Arike. So it should leave FUD with a little bit more room to operate. I mean, Xana Lassini on the other side is not exactly the scariest defender. I don't know if they might flip-flop between, Gabby and Xanda there as far as who they're going to cover. If I had to guess, though, I think that would be the case. So FUD, it is going to be a better spot for her, but, Golden State, again, they funnel so much action to the outside. I would not be surprised to see her picking up those 3-point attempts.
Right. Okay. That boy Q Ray,
Yeah.
what's up, dog? He says Jackie Young, 24.5 PA, and Chelsea Gray, 16 PB. What would that be? PR maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. The B button's way down there.
That's what I was
what that
thinking
goes
too.
with.
That's what I was thinking. What's by the B button? Yeah.
Yeah,
But
we'll talk
Jackie Young,
about both of them.
yeah. Interesting matchup.
It is. Now, Jackie and Gray alike both become more interesting because we already got news that Carter was going to be out. And then Jewel Lloyd looks like dealing with an injury, but game time decision. I'm probably leaning a little bit more towards Gray personally, but I do think both of these deserve some kind of exposure. Now, Jackie obviously, I think, comes with more consistent three-point makes, whereas Gray, maybe comes with a higher ceiling. We just need the threes. That's the best spot to attack Phoenix. They give up a ton of three-point attempts, and do I trust the efficiency for both of them? No. Do I like the spot? Yeah, absolutely. Now, the only thing with Jackie's assist, though, is kind of looking at her zones a little bit here. We need Asia to really work in that mid-range action. If Asia's just trying to get to the rim here, those assists might be a little bit harder to come by, but I think it's fine. 6.5 is still kind of up there for Jackie. I don't know why she's that high. So you are paying the tax for that, but it is a great scoring spot for both her and Gray. I think I'm leaning a little bit more Gray, though, to be honest, man. I like them both. Put them on the same shelf together. I mean, pick your poison here.
Yeah.
Oh, I was definitely looking at 2025 stats. I am special.
And the Aces need to win today to get to the finals. Is that what it is? Of the cup?
Yeah. So they find it real fast.
They're going to be going Asia.
I believe they clinch a playoff spot with a win tonight. Or not a playoff, the Commissioner Cup spot. Yeah, so Vegas clinches with win, or Mint and Dallas loses. Dallas has to have Vegas and Minnesota loses, and then Minnesota clinches with a Vegas loss.
And a Minnesota win, yes. I was looking at that too.
Yeah.
So Vegas needs to win today. I mean, and they got their ass whipped last game, so they're going to come out pissed. I think they're going right to Asia. But at the same time, this Phoenix matchup, it's a little better for Young and Gray, so probably evens out.
Yeah. So now looking at 2026 stats, I don't know how it changed to 2025, but yeah, I don't know. I like Young again. I think it is a fair line. We've seen her on plenty of seasons past. Really, you're just sweating the scoring. So that department, pick it up, and then the assist hopefully to follow. But Gray, let's look at her 2026 stuff though. This is, man, coming off of 0 games, just I would say unbelievable, but she shot the lights out from 3 in the past 2 games, so maybe not that surprising. Give me a nice little middle ground, though. This 11.5 points is still pretty low for somebody who's going to easily go out and play 34 minutes, 33 minutes at least tonight. Also, slightly less chance of foul trouble. I'm not too worried about McConaughey on the other side here in any regard. Now, Jackie is going to be seeing Copper, who, for all intents and purposes is an okay defender. Maybe not the best one, but if we're comparing, between the two of them, McConaughey is a way worse defender by far, and Gray might just go out and cook her. So looking at you, Gray, I like the points. Looking at maybe the PRA a little bit more here too. It's great RA side for her, or upside for her. We just need a little bit more consistency. Maybe not so many threes, but just scoring from the floor like she did in the games past.
You're liking you some Gray, I know. She's a baller.
She owes me money. She owes me money from this last game, man.
Yeah. Okay. John says, is Diggins under 3.5 rebounds, minus 222 worth it? We're on the 7.5 RA, and I think it's probably better value just to ride with us with that, I would think, right? Would you agree?
Yeah. I mean, the 3.5 is definitely not bad. For personal play, I think that's totally acceptable. Is it better than the RA? Probably not, because we are trying to capitalize on the assist downside. That one maybe hinges a little bit more so on the Sabrina starting, not starting news, because if Sabrina is starting, that's going to bolster that 3-point attempt from New York, who already shoots a reasonably high amount. They are top six. So this should be much higher. Them losing Sabrina right now is kind of hampering that. But check out for that news. I don't mind it if she is not starting. If she is, maybe just stick with the RA.
Fair enough. B. Fraser says Chelsea threes. And what's up, bro? I think he was in the Discord talking about some MPB yesterday, and we roll with Otaki, and hey, I looked at it at 5 a.m. I said, oh man, this dude got his 5th K in the 6th inning. What a loser. He would do that. But the reason why is because the pitchers hit, and of course he got the strikeout to the pitcher. So we already knew what we were getting into, and I digress. Back to Chelsea threes.
Yeah, man. If you want to run the threes, I think it is acceptable. It is the spot for it, no doubt. A little bit more sketchier with the hit rating. Most of the games, she's not going to clear her. I say clear and type that out.
Clear?
She's not going to clear her points or her threes without the points. Like those two really, really go hand in hand. And the scoring from the floor, I think, has more of a consistency. Like looking at her threes made this season, this was a stretch where she only hit 2 threes, and still the other games surrounding that, she was able to get double-digit scoring. So, damn, this at 3.5 or 2.5?
I told you.
Wow, that's high.
No, but,
isn't it?
But yeah. We were looking at it last night, remember? And we played it the game before, but the matchup the game before was good. This matchup's scary. That's why I passed on it. It's just like Phoenix, bro. You know how they are.
Oh yeah, they are giving up threes. That's something all season long. Number two.
I could see her breaking our heart if we took that one. So I like the Bridget one better. The Ryan 3.5. Like we got a couple under threes. I've been doing those under threes a lot. Just to kind of feel them out. They could be scary. So try to make sure they're in the right matchups, and it feels a lot better. ZB Miami says, yo, let's get it, fellas. What's up, bro?
Another thing too is with Gray, she wields that free throw upside. So looking at McConney here, her more recent games since coming back, we had one game that she fouled out, and then 4, 3, and 5 fouls. She's given up a handful of free throws. I mean, look at Clark here recently, Paige, Plum last game. I mean, if we're really looking for one of them, they'll get some free throws on you pretty easily.
Jom says Elizabeth Williams under 5.5 rebounds, minus 189. I like you can tell Jom is an experienced bettor there. He puts the line, he puts the odds. He says, do you think this is good value? Elizabeth Williams under 5.5 rebounds, minus 189.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. We know that New York, again, should be shooting a few more threes here than what they have been. Her minutes limit, not really playing full rotations, especially as Azare's minutes continue to climb, and that's going to only cut into some production because they don't really necessarily have her as a direct backup for Cardoso. I mean, she is her backup, yes, but they do stagger them on the court together. We've seen overlap between all three of them at one time or another being out there, at the same time. But she's just losing out on minutes. That's the biggest thing. It does come with a drawback, though, of if this game blows out, Liz is going to be out there for all that garbage time. So just keep that in the back of the old noggin.
You always got to do that, right, with WNBA. You never know. Any team could blow out any team, pretty much. I mean, to a point, as a rule. That boy Q Ray says Cardoso under fantasy. And I just realized we have 14 one-unit plays today. Jeez, Willikers. Gee Willikers. That boy Q Ray says Cardoso under fantasy. Now we have her under 15.5 PA. Her assists are a little high. Put it with the points. They're giving us a nice number at 15.5. It's only on parlay play right now for the pick'em sites. I think you got it on 365 last night. What about her fantasy?
Now the fantasy is still a fairly strong play. She, has a handful of turnovers. We've seen that here more recently. The only thing I would say, truthfully, we're just sweating is the random blocks or steals. Now, as far as the blocks in particular, New York, again, because they're shooting so many threes. And I got to show you this, too, which I noticed last night. Bro, I did not notice how many threes JJ is taking a game.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her. Look at this shooting zone. She's taking almost 50% of her shots now from beyond the arc. And
yeah, she's checking.
I found that very interesting, to say the least, though. So with that being said, though, that's going to play into another maybe losing out on potential blocks here if she's having to chase Cardoso, or if Cardoso is having to chase JJ out on the 3-point line. It's very hard to get a block off of that. So mostly,
thought deep into that one. Those dabs are really getting you thinking deep into these game scripts, man. Wow, that's big. No, that's huge right there for the fantasy.
And I'm not even smoked up. Yeah, you're actually getting a clear-headed E right now too. So,
but you thought of it when you were before, probably.
Yeah, hey, me and that rabbit hole goes deep.
No, for real. But I love that idea. I see it. And I was thinking, man, JJ shoots more threes now because she's just a little older. She doesn't want to go, smack around down there and get pushed around. She'd rather just be a little bit lazy, chill, shoot some threes.
Yeah. Which also correlates with our Stewart rebound over. So that's how they play their offense. JJ, we know Stewie is not shooting threes. That is not a thing. And for that, the trade-off is JJ. It's JJ Curry's season now, baby. And Stewie operates more as a center on offense like that. So again, adding to potential offensive rebounding upside for her. But going back to the Cardoso under, I think this also just plays into all the reasons why we like her unders to begin with. The 3-point attempts, though, was something that really stood out from JJ. And I would say mostly we're just sweating the steals out of Cardoso. New York has been a little bit turnover heavy. They're top 6 in opponent steals allowed. So that being really the main thing, but not a good rebounding spot for her. Decent assist spot, but she doesn't really make that much. And you got the little added narrative with Cloud maybe going up against her former team, so tack on some more usage there, but not a good spot. And for her, I think it's still a fairly high line, right?
Yeah. And add the blowout could happen very easily in this game too.
Yeah, absolutely.
She came into the league this season a little overweight, man. It's showing in the stats. Just not trying to be mean, just saying. Like, that's serious. This is a professional game. You got to figure this out. And if you're the coach, and it's a woman, right? You can't really, I don't know. It's more sensitive usually. So how can you tell them, hey, Camilla, can you come to the hall? We have something we want to tell you. Like, what do you do with this? Seriously, what do you do? Like, she might care and be mad about it. I don't know. Pro athlete. I need to know how they do this. But anyways, she's like 20 pounds overweight. So under.
Yeah. And again, in any of the games that we've seen that aren't competitive, she pretty well has stayed under most of those. The Chicago matchup, or the Washington matchup, she had a ton of blocks and steals, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she had 7 stocks here, 5 against Atlanta. And then going back to last year, like I said, this is our only sweat. Tried and true, and probably the reason why maybe we stuck with the PRA, style plays is just she can fall into this random crap like this. The 5, the 7, and the 3s here in the mix. But as long as she's not doing this, from what we saw last season, I think it's totally fine. This was also whenever JJ was not shooting nearly as many 3s either. So all in all, if that doesn't happen, I think you're looking good.
Nice. This is fun. Today's going to be so fun. John says, he got 2 more. But this one I got to say first, even though it's out of order because it's so good it might bump. Salon under 14.5 points on stake, he says. Grab that. Right?
That's extremely high. Yeah, man.
She's 12.5 everywhere, so that's great value.
Was she the same over here?
You're dreaming and wishing.
See, and this is so funny, man. I love book sites because this stuff makes no sense. So how do we have a discount here for Salon at 12.5, but her PR is at 18.5? Like, where the hell is that tax coming from?
And her rebounds are what? 4.5?
Let's see. Actually, I think. Yeah, 4.5. Juice with the under. What are we doing here, man?
So 12.5 plus 4.5. I'm not the best at math, but that's 17.
17 flat, mind you. Flat.
17 flat. Yeah, we want 18.5 under. Thank you. She maybe get a couple rebounds. We have a lot of fun plays today. I would be very surprised if profit didn't come our way tonight. This is going to be fun. But with that being said, we do need some good luck because it's betting. You know how betting gods can be. We are at 111 watching. We have 53 likes, guys. We need 16 more likes to get to our lucky number 69 likes for good luck today. We're going to need good luck today just because there's so many games. You know how it feels a little overwhelming? We need good luck. We need good luck because Ooh,
Yes,
there's
sir.
a lot to go. John says,
Run
and
it up.
more under 7.5 points. Wow, that's low, bro. He is doing nothing a lot of times, but man, I hate doing plays that low. I know you did Atkins the other day, 8.5, and it worked. What do you think about 7.5?
Yeah, I mean, it just circles back to, again, waiting on injury news with Kiki and Austin. If they both play, absolutely love it. Connecticut has been pretty solid against defending the three-pointers, and for her, there's going to be a great size disadvantage on whoever the other player is on the other side guarding her. I don't know if they're going to stick Lacan on her necessarily. I'm kind of thinking game theory. Maybe they end up having to play Lacan on her. That way they could put Rivers on Citron on the other side. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how Coach kind of plays this one out, because that injury news is going to be really, really important.
All right, E, we got to move a little faster. We got a lot of questions to get to still, and we're already at top of the hour. Appreciate you guys. 15 more likes to get to our good luck. Let's get it. Gohan says Citron over 1.5 threes. I know you love her, but do you love her threes?
Yeah, it's okay. Not really in love with the spot per se. I do love her scoring upside today, though, so she could easily get that. Mostly, I'm just looking for these free throw attempts. She's already doing this a lot this season, and I was super pissed that Prizepicks bumped this earlier because I definitely wanted to play the 4.5. But still, this is where she's going to thrive. She's going to do a lot of damage. You can see free throw attempts. They are number one.
Number one. Khadijah's here. What's up? Yay! She said, "What's up, gang?"
Number
What's up,
one,
E?
number
Sorry.
5. I was going to say, she goes from free throws, number one spot, and 3-point attempts is the 5th worst.
Yeah, her points are high. It's tough. You want to back her, but it's hard to back her today, right? They got her lines a little up there. Sucks.
Yeah. Can't do it yet.
Can't do it. Don't reach. Just chill. Pass. Passing's fine. So Khadijah says, "What's up? What's up, though? What up, doe?" P. Murph says, "Ionescu over rebounds or assists or RA. Do you like Sabrina anything? I'm scared, but at the same time, she could come out and just kill all her lines. Just about the time out there."
Yep. The rebounds definitely were quite low. We know, again, Chicago matchup, that bodes really well for us. We just saw Caitlin Clark also, Clark, Hull, yada, yada, all the guards get theirs. Mostly just paying for the minutes, so you know that going into it. The assist, I don't mind. I just worry maybe there's a little bit, working the kinks out with the starters as far as that goes. And not necessarily the best matchup for assist conversions. But I do like the rebounds. I think the rebounds very live, and hey, maybe even the rebounds can carry the weight for the RA too. So not bad.
Khadijah says, "What's your favorite unders in order?" So on this list here, this is the order. How would you
We try to
describe
keep
such
it pretty
things?
well in order.
Yeah, these are in order of how much we like, but really, I feel like I like them all pretty much the same, to be honest.
Pretty much, they are in order though. So just kind of know that these are definitely going to be, Stewie is my far and away favorite today. And then after that, looking at mostly Cardoso, Diggins, and yeah, just all the way down the list in order. And then these down here, Ryan Howard is also one of my favorite plays. I got to shout that out, but they don't play until tomorrow.
Right. Okay. AC, the producer, says Jessica Shepard points and or rebounds. What do you think about Shepard today? Tough spot for her. But will she come out and say, "I am the new Jokic of the league"? What will happen?
I do like the rebounding. I think totally acceptable. Great matchup. We've seen plenty of other bigs getting their numbers. A little weird, NECA not being able to get their last game, but that was also from the blowout. Well, blowout, it was a blowout until it wasn't. But she also didn't play that many minutes in the fourth quarter. I don't know what happened with that. I do like the rebounding spots. The points are low for a good reason. It's kind of crazy. She actually has juice on the under 11.5 too.
This matchup.
It's not an easy spot. Yeah. We saw Golden
tough.
State come back with it the last couple games. I mean, they are holding it down inside the paint.
Okay. John says Gustafson under 1.5 threes, minus 256 is the only scare worry. You're going to need that to be pretty secure feeling to pay that price. What are her chances to get 2 threes today or more? What do you think?
I mean, not super high. Again, Seattle going to be solid about that. One thing that was interesting with Meg unders today is looking at on the other side here, Malanga. We know she's been an absolute beast, and we're waiting on still those minutes to come all the way up to a full starter role. I would not be shocked in the slightest if Meg was in foul trouble today, but that could take away some opportunity for her scoring-wise inside the paint. Now, I know Seattle being really good as far as trapping and being able to hold it down on the arc. Meg, a little bit different because she has kind of a quick fire, but the volume is super low, very, very low. So it was one of those that kind of stood out as like, why is this a prop? Why is this even an option?
Okay. P. Murph, this is a good one. He says Arike under 3.5 assists or under RA at 6.5. And I would say this real quick because it just gives us PTSD from the last time. But if you wipe that out your mind and you looked at it fresh, what does it look like? Because this matchup is different. And it is 3.5. And let's say we looked at this last time and we liked it with the numbers. Now, in this matchup, can we go back or are we too scared from last game?
I think it's a very acceptable one. Mostly we're just sweating the 3-point, whatever outcome that we see from the other guards. I would say personally, I'm thinking that they're going to need her a lot more as a 3-point shooter. Her, back and forth all season long with this and what have you. But the other players, Paige, probably going to be seeing very difficult time here scoring. She might have to operate in that mid-range action or trying to get herself transitional looks to get open. But Arike, she doesn't need anybody to help create a shot. She's just a pick and pop shooter. Her threes also very, very low. But again, more than likely, she's going to be seeing Gabby. So fingers crossed Gabby doesn't lock her up, because if she's getting locked up, she's going to pass that ball. I mean, there's a clear trade-off a lot of these times where she's not scoring. She does a little bit more of that. Last game was definitely fake, super fake. The whole team literally the entire team cleared their assist props before half. Dallas is not going out and shooting 70% to going into half. That's not going to happen again. But I think it's a totally fine play. It's not an easy matchup, and they're probably going to be looking for her to shoot the ball a lot more in this situation.
I was thinking about this today. You follow me real quick with this. Dallas and their assists. Arike's random as heck. Shepard's random as heck, but she can be either the top assist person, run the whole offense in some games, and then it's Paige in the other games. Last game we had Shepard doing it. They whooped the Aces' ass. Do you think they come back with the same kind of game plan and let Shepard do a lot of the playmaking, and she's at 4.5, Paige is at 5.5? Anything there? And if not, let's just at least watch and see what happens, because I'm trying to figure out who the heck's going to play make. It goes back and forth every game. What do you think about this one?
Well, it would make the most sense for Shepard to be the one here, assuming she's going to be kicking out to whatever 3-point looks, and then not really getting any kind of support down low as far as scoring goes. But Arike can be scary just from variance in 3-point shooting. Shepard's interesting though, especially if we're talking for an over, because these two zones right here are mostly what I was looking at, like this mid-range action. Golden State has been quite bad about that, and we have some really, really great scorers that operate right here, i.e. Paige being the main one, but even Fudd, she's been hitting her zones too. And then Seagrass as well. Yeah.
Bro, she had 18. Was that 16 or 18 last game? 16. I mean, 16, she only needs 5 assists today. Tough matchup, but 4.5 at -160. It's lower than it was last game, and she just got 9. This matchup is crazy. People are looking at this matchup like it is end all be all, but we'll see. Just wanted to throw that out there to think about.
It's low.
Yeah, man, it's interesting. Okay, let's see. Michael says, what about Hamby under 24.5 PRA? This is interesting. We need the Plum news, I think, right? Or do you like it anyways?
No, I would not play it without Plum news.
Okay, no. So, and I really want that too. I want to go under that, but I want it to go up a little bit. With that Plum news, I want it to go up, and then I want to go under. I cannot wait. I hope that she does not play. It'll be fun. Farmer Dom for over 5 rebounds.
Probably Malonga, honestly. I mean, I was looking at both her and Flage for their rebound potential. Also, I will say, shout out Flage, her 7.5 RA. Not bad, not bad. She's been one of the more consistent secondary playmakers for the team. Now, that could be subject to change here if Jade gets a spot start. But Horston, she was eating into a lot of the RA recently, so that is going to free up a lot of room for them. And I think more so just opportunity on the glass. Jade, not really the biggest rebounder there, so by default, that should slot in the other three bigs to pick up that production.
Yeah, that is a great way to think there. Horston's a huge rebounder. That's interesting. I like Seattle, man. I can't wait to see what they do. Mario says under Lacan PRA. What's up, Mario? He's usually with the fantasy, but he said, nah, F that. PRA today. Lacan in a scary spot. What do you think?
I actually think this is a totally fine play. Mostly, we're not Shepard. Mostly we're just sweating out, whatever her efficiency scoring wise is. It is a decent matchup. I mean, you can see here DVP, it's the 12th best for her. The assist also kind of in a good spot. She's been playmaking a lot lately. 18 potentials last game is quite scary, especially considering that was the number one matchup versus assist too. So there is some great marks in that, and plus getting all the players healthy back, that might be a little bit more of the sweat, but scoring wise, the volume should really be in check. The 3-point stuff too continues to just be a struggle for her. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that.
I'm a tiny bit worried, to be honest, about this one, but yeah, her assist too, like you said, 4.5's low, so the line feels a little low to feel comfortable. I don't know, maybe not, but just throwing out my thoughts. It's a little scary. CB Miami says, what do you think about Sabrina rebounds over 3.5? You like that?
Yeah, we like that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
John says Lloyd under 2.5 rebounds, minus 161. Jewel Lloyd under rebounds. You might play more with Carter out. Oh, he got news,
real
folks.
Fast. Yeah, breaking news. Get some exposure on Citron real fast. Austin and Kiki are out, and Laney is also out.
That is huge. So the Connecticut Sun now are going to go, and Betts is going to get some time here to try to do something. This is going to be a trash on trash game is what this is. Man, I'm putting no Citron in, but I'm going to let you put your Citron in, and everyone else who loves Baby C. I like her. Don't get me wrong, but her lines are already up there. They already knew.
Yeah, they already knew. That's okay. We'll still play, an alt or per se here. Let's see what live stuff we can get in real fast.
Well, how scared are you now with Edwards under? Does that scare you a lot now?
It kind of does, yeah. I'll be honest. Just a little bit. Oh, they took him down here too.
That's okay, Edwards. Just don't play any more of you. You're still gonna go.
Trying
under.
To see. Damn, man, they pull it everywhere.
ZB Miami says, I heard there's no minute restriction on Sabrina today. If that's the case, and that comes out, I don't know if you trust him all the way, but her lines are super low for her. If she gets real minutes, those lines are crazy low. This is Sabrina we're talking about.
They are. Yeah, I mean, hey, she could easily go out and play those minutes. I have no doubt about that.
Bro, if she plays those 30 minutes and we really get real news, she's off the limit, like he just said, and we see that, like, bro, what are her points? 13.5. What? This is Sabrina. This is 18.5, 19.5 Sabrina. But anyways.
It's very low, man. It is undoubtedly low.
You get your Citrons in?
I did not.
Oh. Do you want to? Or you already?
Yeah, I mean, if the site will put it back where I can play it. Price Picky have it? Oh, here we go. It's 15 plus right here.
Oh,
Bam!
Plus,
give me a little
15 plus makes sense. Yeah, she should get 15. What's that payout?
It was juicy earlier. Yeah, 2.5.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. What are normal points? 16.5? And about to be 17.5. All right. Cool. So we got some news there. We're just waiting on the Plum news now. Trevor says Asia Wilson, 12.5 RA. Asia, RA.
Yeah, I do like the rebounding spot for her. Her assist kind of fell back down to earth this last game. Oh, also, real fast side note, Citron, her 28.5 fantasy. I do like that one.
You want to make that official? I know you loved her all day. If she got a good line, you should toss it out there if you do like it that much.
Nah, straight points. I'm telling you guys, straight points.
15.
Don't even mess around with all this other stuff. Yeah.
14.5. Let's find the best 14.5 alt we can find before these lines move. Because they're going to move. They are going to move. They're already a little high, but they're going to just move a little more just to mess with people. So what's the 14.5? What's the best spot for that? And you could talk Asia RA as I look, actually.
Yeah, Prizepicks for it right now. Most of the books pulled it down, so you're kind of waiting on them to bring those back up. But Prizepicks still has both Shakira and Kiki up, so if that tells you something.
There you go. All right, let me get some good old Citron in. Asia RA, are we past that? You're just You don't love it?
No, I like the rebound upside for her. I think the assist now with Carter being out might be a little bit more sketchy because, I mean, Gray's just going to play an unhinged amount of minutes, and so is Jackie.
Okay.
It puts a little bit more added risk on there, if you will.
All right, cool. Let's see. What do we got next? John says, if Plum does play, thoughts on Wheeler under assists at 5.5. Minus 204, though. Would you like that, or you just like the fantasy that we have? But you might not have fantasy if you don't have books.
That 5.5 is pretty freaking high, man.
Yeah. She's in.
And there goes Citron.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I hope you guys got it in. I managed to muster up one whole slip with that, but she'll be back on the books and stuff. Just keep an eye out for this. I mean, you could easily pair that with any of the other stuff that we have on the board tonight. I hope she doesn't go to 17.5, but it honestly wouldn't surprise me either.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No biggie. And let's see what else we got here. Paige Becker's over 23.5 PA and Morrow over rebounds. Sounds like a little parlay.
The assist I didn't like so much for Paige today, honestly, but I do think this is a reasonable scoring spot for her. Burton playing pretty good defense, though, so she's going to be seeing her the entire game. And Morrow's pretty cool. We haven't really seen the team fully healthy back together, so there is a couple of unknowns there. Now, obviously, with no bigs on the other side, it's going to make things a little bit more complicated.
I'll write that in.
Yeah. There you got it.
I'll write that Citron for you. And Jessica Shepard over 8 defensive rebounds.
Defensive rebounds?
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing?
I got you, bro. I got you. Just worry about the questions. I'll type it in.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Shepard, they did bump that up. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, she was at 7.5 earlier today, so you are paying that tax. If you can get the 10.5 rebounds, I'd probably just stick with that. Or even the RA. Even the RA, strong consideration for that.
Okay, and then Brianna Stewart over 7 defensive rebounds.
No, just play the regular rebound line. There's green metrics, the number one offensive rebounding, defensive, general rebounding. And she's been getting quite a few offensive rebounds per game, too.
Okay. And let's see. What's your top 4 bets with the highest confidence? Ooh, that's a hard one. But you're going to say Stewie, 7.5 boards, Cardoso under 15.5 PA. Both of those are on Parlay Play and books. Azare under 3s, Diggins under 7.5 RA. Are those your 4? They're in the order.
Well, I obviously don't play all the Chicago players together, break those up. But yeah, Stewart, Cardoso, Stewart, Stevens, and then so forth and so forth down here.
Okay. Erickson says, what? You actually play JJ 3-point attempts, though? Oh, would you actually play her 3-point attempts, though? You were talking about her chucking. Her line is at 4.
Yeah, I would have played it at 4 if you got it then. That was good value.
All right, 111 watching, 67 likes. We only need 2 likes for good luck, guys. We're there almost. Just 2 more likes. Whoever hits that 69th is actually get double, triple, quadruple good luck today. So, man, I'd wait for that 68 and smack the 69 anyways. Khadijah says, E. Williams under PR. 12.5 on Prize Picks. Should be good with Jacquez back.
Yeah, I'm totally game for any kind of Liz Williams under. Just keep it in the back of your head. It is a 10.5 point spread for New York on the road, and if it is a blowout, Liz will play a lot in the fourth quarter. A lot.
Huge. Very, very good warning there. Tori Hanzo 13, what's up? He says Kayla McBride 26 fantasy points seems low. Kayla's been coming around now. 70 likes, we got it. Good job, guys. Woo! Somebody got lucky.
Yeah, I told you old McBuckets was coming back, and my love for her is not necessarily going to fade away, but we were talking about taking her unders here this last time, and I know the Vegas one was very surprising to see her cook them, but the only reason she missed out on this Portland game was strictly to the blowout factor. And maybe we're seeing a little bit more action from her, so that is going to come in a trade-off. I know Olivia Miles in particular took a massive hit on her usage rating, and for Minnesota, it's really just they're not shooting by design that many threes this season. Their bottom three, they strictly operate inside the paint. So there will be more looks for her, at least on the arc.
D. Johnson says thoughts on Layla Lacan over 5 assists.
Loki, you and I were talking about that. We did like that. We were even looking at the 5.5 assists, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's 4.5.
Now, we're wheeling a hell of a lot better of a matchup. I mean, there is no front court presence on the other side here. Betts, I'm going to tell you right now, getting into foul trouble. Griner is going to eat her lunch today.
Hey, that's huge what you just said, and that he brought that up at this time with this news. That 4.5 assists has moved to 5.5 on a lot of spots. Prize Picks at 5 flat's probably good. Still at 4.5 on a few sites if you want to get that in at 4.5. I think that's worth some money, to be honest now. Even more.
Yeah. Bam, right there.
We the Fifth says I need the best unders money can buy. We got the top unders. We went over them a few times. Hopefully you caught it. Cardoso, Azare, Skylar, Bridget's, Salon. Edwards is a little scary now with that news. We should probably pull her to the bottom, even off. But we already played it. The Gale says I miss hearing the pass sound effect. Hold on, the Gale.
Pass.
There you go. I'm gonna keep my finger on that because you know what? That is really something I need to do when I see questions and I'm like, I don't know. Khadijah says Alaman fucking sucks. Yes. 10 minutes, 2 shots, points, never again. But here's what you got to remember. First of all, if you played her on the other pick'em sites, they gave us the refund, and she was sick, right? She was playing through sickness, so we can't really hold it against her too much. At least that. Do you like Onywere? K Frost says. I think I said it right.
Yeah, it's going to be a big boost for Michaela here, no doubt. They already kind of pre-priced her as well. She was at 11.5. Yes, I believe she was 10.5 when she opened. Then we got the injury news. She went to 11.5. Up to 12.5. It is kind of pushing it. She is going to benefit a lot here, though. Absolutely, absolutely. The only thing about her, though, is she needs space. She has to get downhill. She needs a little bit, it's not exactly like the most spot-up shooter she does from 3, but as far as like standstill action, she's got to get some movement in, and that could be a bit problematic this game. I like it. There's somebody else has to score here. So mostly looking at Citron being number 1 here. Michaela's going to have to pick it up a ton. And then I'm curious to see what we get out of Lauren Betts today, because if she stays out of foul trouble, I've been really genuine to see what it looks like for her as a starter. So we'll keep an eye out for that too. Also, side note, her lines might be unbelievably low because we've never got her as a starter.
Okay, dokie. Oh. That boy Q Ray says it's Fam's birthday. Do you like her fantasy over on her birthday?
Yeah, fantasy totally fine. Also the 9.5 points more so I was looking at.
All right, K Frosh says, how do you feel about Lacan? We just talked about her. She feels a little bit better even with Washington bigs out. Tyson says, should I take Citron Green Goblin at 14.5? Yes, sir. We made that official right when the news hit. If you caught it, you caught it. I didn't. E got it. Velvet Lulu says, what up, man? You be smacking more than Diggum smacks. All right. Let's go. We're smacking. Let's smack some more. Heidemann 20.5 PRA over, Logan says.
20.5. Yeah. It's fine. I think it's totally fine. I like her assist upside and 3-point upside a little bit here. Well, reasonable amount of 3-point upside, but a lot of assist upside.
Okay. Astro says, is JJ a lock? Depends what you're talking about. What's the
I like
best?
your PR. That was about it.
PR. Okay, PR. If you want to play some JJ, more rebounds as a go now with the bigs of Washington out. Khadijah says, ? What do you think?
Yes, but we haven't seen this look from Washington, so there could be a lot of different variables in this game as far as like how good or bad is their defense, interior presence. The bench players that are coming in are a little bit more 3-point shooter-ish, so they are going to have different ways to kind of attack Connecticut on the other side too. Need to see that starting lineup though. I am not sure who else they're going to slot in as that extra starter yet.
Okay. King MVP says,
fine. It's fine.
Cardio under PRA or Salon under PR. Who's Cardio?
Probably
Cardoso, maybe? Okay, Cardoso under PRA. We like her fantasy under a little better than the PRA. And the PA at 15.5 is our go-to play, if you can find it. Salon under PR, yes, sir. We liking that too. Let's see. JT Paul says, y'all found this channel. Listen, I like the info. Keep up. Let's get this money. Let's go, JT Paul. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate that, big dog.
Let's see. King MVP corrected and said Cardoso, and I'm a moron and didn't see that first. My bad, bro. 3 times says, what up, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Good luck. The good vibes of 3 time is here. All right. We're doing good, guys. We're doing good. We're getting to the end. And 106 watching, 82 likes. If you haven't hit the like yet, please help us get to 100 today. Why not? I Hunt King says, I want you guys at 77. You get 8 more. Okay, we're gonna get there, bro. Appreciate you. Andre says Stokes over 4.5 rebounds. Interesting. We haven't talked about Stokes in a while. And you know what? Because I missed something, it was Starfall's thing, and I liked it so much I read it first. But anyways, let's see Stokes first. We'll get back to you, Starfall. I like that play.
Yeah, Stokes. Good old Stokes. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. She's playing a little bit more sustainable minutes as of late. Thornton also kind of fallen off a little bit more on the rebounding aspect. Now, 30 minutes last game was something else. I did not expect that out of her because traditionally we haven't seen her play many minutes at all this year for real. She's a rebounder. I mean, that is literally all she does. She's a rebounder. This is a person who we used to fiend over give us her point prop because that was the freest under ever. I mean, all these 0, 0, 0, 0s. But yeah, she's a rebounder, especially height-wise. I mean, she is 6'3", so they are going to need her to continue to be out there. Plus, we get the upside of hopefully getting some kind of action against Shepherd. We know she's going to shoot the ball at least more so than Awak is. Yeah, I think that one's totally fine. Just fingers crossed, no foul trouble.
All right. Starfall's question, very interesting. I like it. Marine Johannes under PRA with Sabrina in. Looks so good. I like her first half and full game. I was going to say I like it too, but when I looked at her lines, they were so low, it scared me off. Was I being silly, or what do you think?
Well, Laney being out is a bit unfortunate. She'll suck up some minutes there, at least from the bench unit. We just need to see if she's a starter or not. I'm not sure how New York exactly wants to play this out, because I would assume she goes to the bench here and they keep the Asir and Phoebish combo out there, but you never know.
Okay. Savoria says, when is Alyssa Thomas triple-double streak ending? It ended a long time ago, my guys. Life Changes says, first day in the court, let's go. Love all the reads, guys. Life Changes 40-97. Welcome, sir. Appreciate you. Hopefully we can win some money today. Hopefully we can get it done. Khadijah says, Sabrina over 2.5 or 5 assists. Which one would be better? Or just take the RA. So I think she's saying alt the assist down to 2.5 or take the 5. Which one would be better? Or take the RA. What do you think? Sabrina's so hard to know.
I'd probably play it safe if, the more guarantee, if you will, air quotes, the alt assist would make the most sense. But I do like the RA. I mean, she could easily go out and rack up, 4+ rebounds in a short time and still pick up 3-4 assists, no problem.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to do.
Pass.
83 likes, 105 watching. Appreciate you guys. We got to the end. We're ready to get out of here and put in some more plays.
Right? Yeah. All right, y'all. We're going to get on out of here. We got one game tomorrow, and then I believe a reasonable amount of games on Friday. So we'll be back. Stream time as usual. Again, make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. Be a part of the Discord. Check it out. Links down below. Good luck tonight, fam. We'll catch y'all back here tomorrow. All right? Peace.
Fucking prospects!